Hey. I'm around, I'm alive, we're here, we're today. Sure, that's a sentence. We're doing it. We're continuing the quest. I did some more grinding, another couple of hours to get some equipment. Now, I was looking as well, apparently, I've been told a good level for where we are going is level 17. I'm on level 13, dude. That sounds terrible. So, we're on level 13 now. I think we were up from level 10 or 11 last time we played, and I got the broadsword. We did that together. We saw that one. I got the magic armor by myself. But something that's just popped into mind as well is I've still got like the starting shield. And so what I would like to do, I realized because they don't sell it in later towns, they only sell it in like the weird second town that we stopped in for a second. So I'm just gonna run over there quick. Which is sort of alright because we pretty much need to get there anyway. It's in that sort of direction to begin with, so we need to go up through here. I didn't get my map out, maybe I should. But the world of Dragon Quest I is not very large at all. So we will find that we sort of figure out how to get around, you know? We know where we are, we know what we are doing. The red slime ran away. Amazing how the first couple of times I tried to come here, I was just getting like my butt slapped by magicians. And now I come here and they don't even turn up. Alright, we don't need any of that stuff. Where's the shop? Oh, it's over here. Where the sword is. And this is also good. Yeah. Oh, half plate. The large shield. So this is something that we could have gotten a long time ago, but whoops, I forgot. So the club's in, copper sword, the hand axe is all better, and we have much better armor as well, but we didn't have a better shield. So let's go, let's get that. And then hopefully we got a better shield status. Yep, that's pretty much as good as we can be right this second. So we've got half decent level. We've got the best equipment money can buy us. Let's see if I can't make a fool of myself again and try and head on down to the ruined village of whatever on the left. We're gonna lose half our money most likely, and that's the sad stuff. But if things really go bad, I'll show you as well. The equipment is not the only stuff we learned, so we got some new spells. So I was here last time. We now have the outside spell, which would have been helpful before. As it helps us, of course, get out of the dungeons and all that. And we have Return as well, which, of course, can get us back to the King's Castle at any time. So, if we ever run into any real trouble, hopefully, 66, woo! Hopefully we can just yeet out of there and take ourselves back home to recover. So hopefully we don't lose too much money from here to the future, but I wouldn't hold my breath about it. I wouldn't hold my breath to begin with. We need that to live. Breathing. But all we really can do is head on down to whatever village and pray that we are doing the right thing and we are going the right way and we aren't going to get beat up. The ghost is running away. Sick. It's all going on. It is all going on. I forgot where the village was. I'm pretty sure it's on the next island. That's right. There's the mountain cave there, which is apparently a good money grinding spot, but we do what we want. We answer to no man, no gods, no masters, just Dragon Quest. And we made a pretty straight shot to the forbidden town of whatever So now let's, the Star Wyvern. Let's see if I can stop spell him. Alright, and he's still attacking me for 26. Nah, I don't think I can fight these dudes really well, honestly. Let's see if I can't run. I was blocked in the front, and I've been killed instantly. Instantly! So we lost half our money. But the thing is, right? I don't know what to do to get like good experience. Like, I have not seen a metal slime all game, and I know they're in here. So we're at a bit of an impasse. The enemies are too strong for what we want to do. I'll try again. Listen, it's all we can do is try again. Goodness, I really hope that I could have been able to skip the like grind to level 17. If not, that's like really embarrassing that I've come along today unprepared. I thought I would be fine with a bit of equipment. I've still got the shield. Yes, indeedy. So we're gonna try that. And we're just gonna do our best. Because that is very sad and embarrassing. I think the next level isn't even until like 7,500, and you'll see I'm getting like 3 experience at a time, and I'm like 1,000 away. So we might be in a little bit of trouble if I can't get it together. It's so wild though that these two continents are placed next to each other. However, they are so vastly different. Tripping over my words. That was about to be a cool sentence, but they are so vastly different in terms of what you find in them. I always found that when I was playing this originally, this is like what? I know, it's just such a divide between just going over like the bridges, you know? Going over the bridges just completely changes what you find. So we're here again, and it sucks that the walk over is so easy. You could do this by mistake. Ultra skeleton, let's see if we can't run. And we did it. So let's just pray that we get super lucky and that enemies don't attack us. Let's see what we need to see. Let's try and do something, you know? There's got to be someone here. And he attacks before we're ready. Run. Okay. Run. Let's heal ourselves. So we're here. We're good. Yeah. There's got to be something around here that we can... that we can... Oh, I was blocked in the front. He can't get me all the time. Yes. Alright. This is like pretty much the... Oh! My luck. Non-existent. So what even is in this town? A wizard. Yeah. I'm not strong enough. There must be something towards the top. There's got to be something around here, you know? There's got to be... Oh! I'm not strong enough. There's got to be something here. My goodness, this town is poppin'. Positively chock full. Okay, that's an instant exit, so there's got to be something to find. Like, I thought there might be a person to look at, talk to, but there seems to be nothing. And it's making cave sounds, you know? Maybe this looks like something. Oh, the axe nut. This has to be something. This has to be something. Okay. Spell. Put him to sleep. It did not work. Decreased by 21. What can we even do? The spell will not work. Oh, but he can put me to sleep. Alright, so it's about... I lost all my money again. We are dead. What can we even do to take on the Axe Knight, you know? I don't want, like... I don't want a training arc, you know? I never wanted this. Do you want to go see if the dragon's any better? I bet it isn't. Jeez. Let's just go because we got nothing else to do, you know? That's embarrassing for me. I thought like we were going to be good, but it would appear that we have arrived unprepared. You really just got to grind up like 4 levels. That's rough. Level 17. Get out of town. Why is it gotta be that way? I guess this is a just chatting stream now. Talk to me about whatever. I can't believe it. We're just gonna get over to that cave that we usually go to get to Rimaldar, like the one town whose name I remembered. And from there, we're just gonna get beat up again, honestly. And then I'll just have to figure out the best way to get to level 17. Wouldn't you know, people who've been playing this game for like almost 40 years actually know what they're talking about when they say you have to be this or that to get to certain like areas. You wouldn't think it's true, but it is. Alright, it's like down here. Well, there he is! Alright, what's his... It's the same stuff. It's the same. How can I fight him? Reduced by 9. But you see, I'm gonna heal up. And... yeah, he does like the same amount as I'm healing. Ooh, that's rough. Yup, so... this is also no good. And that's also like the one dragon in the game, right? That is the dragon we are questing. Listen. I think we made a mistake. Or I think I made a mistake. What I really should have done is I should have taken the extra time. I didn't know I was supposed to be this strong, you know? Obviously I'm weak. I'm apparently 4 levels weak. I didn't know that I had made this mistake. You'll have to forgive me. I do ask for forgiveness in this case. But I guess we're just gonna be chatting and crying instead, as I find better places and better enemies to get. I believe the most recent like strong enemy zone is the bottom right of the world map, where that sage told us we were losers. So we're gonna head on back there, and I guess we're just gonna chat and we're just gonna beat people up. So if that doesn't sound amazing, you don't have to be here today. This one was actually a mistake, I guess. That makes me a little sad. I feel bad about it, you know? I mean, I wasn't to know. It's been a while since I've played this one. At least a good few years, but... and of course, we're playing the NES version as well, which I've never played. So I did not know what to expect. And I think this one is definitely a little more harsh than the Game Boy Color or the Super Nintendo version, so I will have to beg forgiveness as I keep on going through. And we'll just have to find the best way forward. Wonder if the fairy flute could put people to sleep. I'll have to try it sometime. Thou hast done well, thank you. The Druid. I've never seen one of these anywhere but in this cave. Interesting. Stairs button. Warlock, we stop spell him. I really like, if you look, I like how our menu goes behind his picture. I don't know, something about that just looks really nice to me. So, we got the big old shield. Oh wow, we're getting these guys in one hit now. See, this is what we should be doing, but we haven't really been pulling our weight and achieving yet. We'll stop his little spell. And look, it's not that hard to make money at this point. It only took me a couple hours. The magic armor costs like 8,000 gold. It only took me a couple hours, and that was the same amount of money it took me to raise like 700 earlier in the game. So we're making progress. Our scale is increasing, and hopefully, if we travel down to the bottom right, we can get ourselves in a better position to get some levels. I can't believe it. I thought we might be able to get it done, but sometimes you're just wrong, and that's all there is to it. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. See, when they're giving out like 11 experience, you know, and this is also a little bit sus because we have to go a little far from home, but we'll just have to hope that we can sustain ourselves long enough. So we've got a Wolf Lord now. Let's see what we can do to him. So he's got 13. He says stop spell. Whatever. Actually, that might sound pretty good. If he's... Alright, he's doing 4 damage. So that's pretty average. What is his stuff? Experience 20, gold by 78. Fantastic. So, Wolf Lord again. He did not seem to be that much of a problem. 7 now. Okay. 1. This is a very wide range of how hard he's like beating us up. So as we can see, we don't really need to be like full down. There's a gold man. Let's see if we can do a little better. So he hits, see, he hits for 1, what the heck? We're much stronger now. Okay, how much gold does he have? Gold increased by 195! Zeppelin, hey. So we were getting beat up. We got beat up. We're playing Dragon Quest, and I did some grinding for money to get ourselves some better equipment to advance the game. But unfortunately, my level did not match. I did not meet the level of consent to go to the next town, and so we got beat up really bad, like 3 times in a row. And we were unable to continue. We're just unable to proceed. Yeah, oops indeed. So I'm quite embarrassed at the moment because I thought like my off-screen grinding was gonna be sufficient. However, it would appear that I was wrong, and that this is basically going to be the bulk of what we're doing today, and that is... It's embarrassing to me, like, it is. I thought I was gonna do better. Like, there's no way I could have known beforehand or remembered, I guess, other than, like, cheating and looking it up, but... you don't win them all. So I guess this is just a little chatting session with a bit of Dragon Quest in the background, so... At least it's a nice visual. You can't go wrong with the art style of Dragon Quest. Sorry about it. I feel bad. I feel bad and silly. Like maybe I should have done something else. Maybe it should have been an Animal Crossing checkup, but I played that yesterday and that was good. We're not cheaters in this stream. That's correct. We do it raw. We go in blind. Like there's a blindfold over my eyes right now. You know, so I think I've run through this before, like, but when I was like younger, I used to, of course, like everyone, used to watch playthroughs every now and again on like YouTube and stuff. And there was some, like, I distinctly remember it was a dude playing Majora's Mask on the 64. And he labeled it as like a blind playthrough. And I was just awestruck, right? I was like, how can this guy be playing Majora's Mask when he's blind, when he can't see? How can he know where to go? How does he know how to do the jumps? Like, that's amazing. I would later go on to learn what a blind playthrough actually is. Where you simply don't know anything about the game and are playing it for the first time. So terminology is very important whenever you try and get into something and learn something new. So we learn the hard way. Gonna get into a fight before I look at this next message. Come on now, you can't be doing this to me. Wow. Now of all times, there we go. That reminds me of a few people you've seen doing blindfolded runs of Ocarina of Time. That is real, I would, like, I see. How do you manage that? Like, how do you play a game blindfolded? Do you just rely on, like, the sounds of you smacking the wall to know you gotta turn around? I don't get it. Help me understand. Man, I wish this game had, like, a bank like future Dragon Quest games, because we are going to be cashed up by the time it's actually time to go to another town. And we're probably going to get beat up again, and then we are just going to, like, lose all our dosh. And it's going to be a sad time. Just gotta really know the game. Best I've done is doing 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. 1 blindfolded. Now that's an interesting concept. Have you ever done the like 10-minute run of Mario 1? That's fun as well. Like, of course, the world record is like 4 minutes, but you know, we allow for a bit of time to be regular folk and make mistakes. But it's really fun. Maybe I should try that sometime. That would be a fun thing to do, because you go straight to the warp to World 4. You go straight to the warp to like World 8 from there, and then you just run through World 8 as fast as you can. Yeah, you've probably done it in under 10 minutes. I've done it in about the 10-minute mark. But the thing is, the 10-minute mark was only on, you know, the successful run. How many times have you gotten to the end of World 8 and gotten beat up by that one hammer brother in Bowser's Castle? You know the one I'm talking about. It's annoying stuff. Oops, there is no one there. That's right, we are solo out here. Good. Well, we're getting experience bit by bit. We gotta get to at least 7,500 to get to the next level. You hate that hammer brother. It's true. You could be lying, you could know exactly what I'm talking about, but that one at the end of Bowser's Castle, right before the actual Bowser fight himself, it's the worst. And if you can get past like that one hammer brother, he's basically a vibe check, honestly. It's like, if you can get past him, if you can beat him or like run under him, like you've got the game sorted, because you can just like tank the hit with Bowser and use the invincibility to jump on like the axe at the end and just win the game. But if you're doing the whole thing as Little Mario, then yeah, you're in for some trouble. Experience 24, gold 91. I should have grinded down here, but I didn't think I was strong enough at the time. When we came here last video, we were getting beat up pretty bad by the enemies here. So that's the difference nice armor makes, I suppose. We had 10-minute runs. I've said, like, the only other game I could really speedrun and get on the leaderboard of is Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. It's a game a lot of people hate. I really enjoy it. So what if the music's a little funky? I could probably beat that without trying. We could probably bump it out in about half an hour. And I believe if I looked up just a nice simple like 35, 40 minutes on the clock can land you at a very comfortable 200 on the speedrunning leaderboard, so I'm really considering it. I really think it would be fun to set up a speedrun of it, because like people would have to watch it. Like if you sent it in, they would have to watch your video and like evaluate it. And then after they watched it and was like, man, we really wasted our times, they have to give you like a spot on the leaderboard. And I think it would be extremely funny to get my name up there. Even if it's like, even if I really don't deserve it. Future plans, speed running. I don't think I could ever be a proper speedrunner. Gotta do it for the laughs, that is absolutely correct. I don't think I could ever be a proper speedrunner. I'm just not good enough at like getting really little things to work, you know? Just very tight, very precise movements, you know, pixel perfect, frame perfect, going through walls and stuff. I think I've mentioned before, I played that way, Resident Evil 4, I played it on the Wii to get through professional mode. I just looked up a speedrun and tried to do all the tricks they did. And sometimes it definitely had hilarious results, but I still beat it in good time. I beat it in good time for a first playthrough, because usually when you play that game for the first time, you usually end up taking, I would say, between 15 and 20 hours for a brand new player to get through the original Resident Evil 4 for the first time. When you're just having fun, it's usually between like 8 to 10 hours on your New Game Plus playthroughs, but I called it a slow run because I was doing a speed run, but I was doing just everything wrong. And I still got that in like 9.5 hours, I think, so I thought that was impressive for me to just do that in such a regular amount of time. But also, I'm gonna say that like speedrunning, or I'm doing the big like inverted quotes with my hands when I say speedrunning Resident Evil 4. Doing speedrun techniques in that game, it made me a little sad, honestly, because I didn't realize how much of the game you don't have to play. There are so many areas where there's so much to do, so many enemies and like things to work out and puzzles and stuff. But usually you can just run straight through the scene, straight through the door, and just get to the other side and there's nothing left to do and you just proceed. And I think that's a little sad. Like, it makes me a little upset when it's like, you know, there's this whole game and the optimal way is basically to genuinely not play it, just to run through and avoid everything the game has to offer. It's not my style. Like, look at us now. There are totally ways around the predicaments we are part of in this game. Like, I could try my darndest to go and find like a metal slime, but I don't know, we're just here. Maybe one will turn up if they really want. It's about frame data. We've talked about that as well, like speedruns of Dragon Quest 1. Amazing. It is like, it's barely 20 minutes, I'm pretty sure. It's nuts. Just dudes abusing like frame data, warping to different points in the game. Like, it is absolutely crazy. A gold man, cool. So I don't think I'll ever be a tried and true. Geez, that quick. It's true. People like to search it up when I start games, and they're like, "Hey, guess what? The speedrun time for this is." Usually when I've passed it myself. Usually when I'm just bumbling through and like just passing the tutorial section, there's always someone that likes to come along and they're like, "Hey, did you know the like world best speedrun of this game is over already?" And like, wow, thank you. And there's also the topic of speedrunning games that no one cares about just so you get first place for free. I did that, like, not a speedrun, but obviously when I say the new Mario Party, like Mario Party Superstars, that came out in like 2020 or 2021, didn't it? So that's at least, I think it's like 3 years old. And it has tiny little in-game achievements, you know? And one of them is like, get within, you know, the world top 1000 in like a certain game or a certain thing. And so I took advantage of that by simply playing the game on the first day and doing like online and like score attack things on the first day. So you instantly go to the top because like not everyone's playing it, and obviously I get a home ground advantage being in Australia as well, which is, you know, before anyone like America or Europe would wake up and also have a game released. And you just get on in there and you get to the top of the leaderboard just by being the only one like awake and alive. And it works out, and you get those achievements, and now they're probably hard to get, but I cheated my way to victory. Powerful strats. You know, people don't really talk about it, but we also get shafted here every now and again. Sometimes, like, listen, like, whenever the Mario Kart updates would come out, like, all the news outlets and Nintendo themselves would be like, it's out on this day. Like, what day is it today? Like, let's say it comes out, like, even, this will get you confused because it's still the 27th there, but I'll say like, the game comes out, or the update comes out on the 28th today. And so I would be here on the 28th being like, oh boy, I can't wait for it. But then I would always have to catch myself and readjust and say, oh, actually, I'm wrong. It's going to come out tomorrow morning, not today, because when people say a date or a time, they usually mean like in the Americas, or like when the whole world can have it. So I have to wait an extra day. Because some people get a little fussy when they can't have something first. So just another thing you have to put up with here. I'm gonna heal up because the MP's low, and wouldn't it be such a shame to die while we're doing this? Man, this is so much faster than I was grinding yesterday. I'm a fool. But that's also a good thing, because once the levels are there, once we get that, the rest of the game should be pretty breezy. We should be able to, you know, level up accordingly and get the resources we need. In 100 EXP, we level up, and that'll take us to the first, you know, level we really need. The recommended level is 17, as I mentioned. So that's what we're working towards. I definitely don't think we'll reach it today. So again, if you're just hanging around waiting for something to happen, I don't think anything will happen today. You may leave. You have my blessing. You have my permission. I'm sorry. But today seems to be a grinding day. Just a grinding and talking day. So feel free, start me up on any topic and we can just talk until it is time for me to go. And that is something we can talk about because I might not be here for the next couple days. So what like a sour note to come back on, you know? Sweet, you have permission to leave and get sleep in like an hour. You have my blessing, you have my consent. If this isn't like the hottest thing you've ever seen, which I doubt it is, you may go. And again, another disappointment, because this might be my lasting legacy for the next couple days. I have heard no one talk about Easter. I'm pretty sure Easter is a worldwide sort of thing, or just wherever like Christianity is like poppin'. I've not heard anyone in any other countries say that they're doing anything for Easter, but it's like a family time around here for sure. So this year is my year. Like, we don't have a rotation or anything, but I am handling it. Emo Pookie, hello. It is me, I'm here, and I will apologize right off the bat because today is certified not interesting. I was unprepared for how this game wanted us to proceed, so I'm literally grinding levels right now. I'll probably do the rest off stream, but I'll do as much as I can on. So we've just gotten to level 14. Apparently we need to be level 17. So I'm really sorry. The year of Kai's Easter. Booking a flight to Australia to celebrate Neat right now. Well, you see, I'll talk about it. Because that is like, yeah. Like, it's not exactly like my turn. It's not a rotation. But I was like, I'll get everyone over. Like, I want to show off. I want to take care of people. Because sometimes it does feel nice to, you know, be the host and take care of people. Thank you, Pookie, for the lurking and twerking. It's good to know you're around. But yes, please feel free to do anything else. This is a certified boring stream today. But the food will be good. I'm taking direct control because I want it to be lower key than it usually is. People always make such a big fuss about these events, don't they? When the whole family gets together, but I want to show people. I'll be back when he inevitably goes crazy. But I just always want to offer up, thank you. I just want to offer up to the family and say like, yeah, no, it doesn't have to be a big deal. We can get through this stuff. Wow, the golem really doesn't offer any experience at all. He's crazy. Like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. We can do all these things because I see my family members now that I'm adult. Like, they're all in the kitchen making food. They are stressing. They hate the cleanup. And I'm like, listen, we can take it easier. We can do better than this, right? So the main menu item, because I know Zeplander, if you're still around, you love food very much. You love cooking. So, I've talked about these before, but we're going for the patented recipe as the main meal of big old sausage rolls. That is like, it's an Australian staple, the sausage roll. You bet I love food and cooking, that's right. So we're going for the big ass sausage roll, yeah? Oh my god. Oh no, that's good. I was looking at my experience, not my gold. I was like, I can't believe I grinded 3 hours and I've done the exact same amount of money in like 40 minutes. No, that's good, that's okay. Big sausage rolls. I'm talking like, look at your forearm. Forearm sized. That's what is happening. And of course, like hot cross buns. Oh, I'm dying. I haven't been paying attention to myself. Let's heal up. Ooh. I can do it. Nah. I'd win. And yeah, just hot cross buns. Like, someone's always going to bring something and people keep asking me. They keep saying like, oh, what do you want us to bring? What do you want us to do? That's going to be a big roll. Hell yeah. Forearm size. I'll take a photo if anyone wants. And I'll post it up of how big these bad boys can get. But it is very worth having and very worth eating. Very worth making. Because it's the way things go. Like, people always say like, what do you want me to bring? What do you want me to do? And I'm honestly telling everyone, nothing. Don't do a thing. Because what happens in my family is that when these things start to happen and these events kick up, usually what happens is everyone goes way overboard. They make too much. They bring too much. They do too much. They're like upset at the end. You know, they're tired. They're beat. And then there's all this stuff left over because no matter what people say about food, they don't really eat too much. And who gets stuck with all the leftovers? And I know that's a thing you can say, where it's like, it's nice when it's like real food, like, you know, meats, vegetables, like things you can actually reheat or recook and go for it again and have leftovers for a while. Like, don't worry, I am no stranger to the leftover life, but it's just all the crap people bring, you know, like, it's Easter time, like, so I've said, like, we're all adults, man, like, I'm the youngest in the family, right? And I don't need to be impressed with, like, chocolate eggs anymore. And so I'm saying, like, we do not need to bring chocolate, like, you do not need to bring, like, heaps and heaps of stuff. You don't need to give, like, gift baskets or sets or anything. Like, we're not children anymore, because what happens is people bring that stuff, but you better believe they don't eat any of it. They don't eat any of it. And so what happens? It gets left with me, either at my house or it gets given to me. Oh, you like this stuff, don't you? Like, sure I do, but man, I don't need it. I'm trying to live well. You guys trying to fatten me up. I don't need any of that stuff. So I'm just trying to take, like, so that's why we do it, basically. That's why I do it. To take over, to assume direct command. If I want things to go my way, I have to be in charge. Because otherwise, that European family, they're gonna bring whatever crap they want, and they are gonna really mess it all up. Also excited because, like, I feel like the place where I'm living in, it's finally, like, done, you know? Like, it's really good. It's a good place to be and hang out and live. Like, I moved in October, late October, basically November. Fingers crossed it goes well, but oh bunny, that sounds like my family at any gathering. I know! Those, like, the quantity of food wise, I don't know if you have, like, European genes or family history, but there's something about it where food is love. And, like, I understand that to a certain degree because, like I said, it's nice to take care of people. It's nice to look after them and make sure that they are comfortable when they visit your home. But man, there is that overboard aspect of, like, food is love. And there's no other way to it. So if someone's not eating, you clearly don't care about them. And I guess that does stem from, like, the family histories of, like, yeah, sure, maybe you grew up a poor dirt farmer in Europe, in the middle of nowhere, grandma, but that doesn't mean that, like, we're not suffering anymore. You moved here so that we could, like, live well. And we are. You've got doubling down of a mix of a lot of European countries, plus part of the family being Hispanic as well. Ooh, you've got the double whammy. You've got it in spades. Now you see, and food is in copious amounts, I bet. But you see, I've got the home ground advantage. I'm the boy, I'm the man, I'm the only, like, male grandchild. Amazing you don't weigh over 200 pounds. Oh man, I know. If they had their way, right? If they had their way, you would be rolling out the door. But as I said, I'm the only boy, right? And so I get, like, the advantage of being listened to by the older people, which is stupid, but it's how they are. And we all know it. So we might as well say it out in the open. They listen to me because I am a man. As much as people want to say that things are different, it is absolutely not different with the older generations. So my grandmother can be, like, ranting and raving about whatever she wants, but if I tell her, calm it down, that's not happening, here's how it's gonna go, instead of fighting with anyone else, she will just go, oh yeah, okay. And that's wrong, and that's stupid, but man, I will use that to my advantage for as long as I can. Because it's the only thing you can do. It's the only way you can be, right? So you take as much control as you can, and then everyone likes it, everyone appreciates it, and then it's done. And then, you know, that's why our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ invented the washing machine and, like, the dishwasher, so that when everything's said and done, you can just throw everything in there and it's all taken care of and it's good. And there's nothing to it. You can have the house clean like no one was there in, like, an hour, and it's beautiful. No fuss. The mess gets cleaned up because we all know I'm a very tidy person. I like, you know, I like things to have their place, and I like things to be clean. I don't want to walk in and have the house look like crap, especially when it's my own. Like, it's one thing, I don't know what's more offensive, to walk into someone's house and have it be messy. Like, you can excuse it, but to have something, like, to walk into your own home and have it be not nice, you gotta live there. You gotta walk right in and say, like, this is what you show off to other people. It's a projection of yourself, right? So it has to be good. I'm still really upset with myself. I'm rambling to cover up the fact that I'm like super embarrassed about the fact that I was ill prepared for the stream today. Again, how could I have known? But still, I did not want this to be a grinding stream. I wanted this to be an achievement stream. But the real reason I brought up like Easter and stuff is because obviously I'm gonna be like waiting hand and foot on the entire family over 2 days, you know? Not everyone can make it at the same time. So my Friday, so it's Thursday right now for me, my Friday and Saturday will definitely be running around like the little maid I am, making sure everyone's taken care of. And then the earliest I could be back is Sunday, which I would really like to be. Maybe on Sunday we'll do a nice chill Animal Crossing check-in, because people have been really loving hearing about the town. And if you saw me crossing, posting yesterday, I checked up on the village last night and Pee-wee the gorilla has moved in, which is, you know, great stuff. At least it's not an ugly guy. And I got the axe as well. I'm starting to get duplicates in the museum when I like get dinosaur fossils back, so that's easy money. Like the first house upgrade has about 5,000 bells left on it, which is terrific. Can't wait for that to be occurring. I think for the next level I need 9,500 experience, which I have no clue if we'll be able to get. But yeah, I think I mentioned like earlier and then I interrupted myself with my own thought. I wish this game had a bank like future Dragon Quest games do, because it would be quite nice to be able to store my money for later so that I don't lose everything when I get beat up every 10 minutes. But such is life, we do what we can. I should heal up after this fight. So hopefully, ideally, we could get to level 15 before I finish the stream today, but there is not a mighty amount of spare time. Like, I've got the time that I have, and I really can't super go outside of it today because, like I said, I gotta run around like the little maid I am. I gotta make sure my skirt fits or whatever. Oh man, fighting the gold men isn't actually worth our time because they don't give experience. It's not money I'm after today. It's actually the experience, and they don't give any. They put out like worse than like the slimes at the start of the game. Now that's not exactly true, but you get what I mean. That's a figurative statement. Not rhetorical, but yeah, no. We're doing our best. And of course, who do I get? It's just the gold man over and over again. So I'll do my best. I'll see what I can conjure up. But otherwise, we may have to end on even more failure than usual today. At least the music's alright. This whole game has like 4 tracks, and that's amazing to me. But then again, a lot of old games were like that. You just had to make sure the music was like extra good, because you only got so much of it. Alright, I think we gotta do a little stop in at town again. I gotta heal up. I really wish, yeah, we had like a better healing spell, because that was really what would set us apart. That would separate us and make us wheat from the chaff. Nice, nice, nice. Oh dear. Music took up a lot of space. You had to work hard at it, but it's like another thing that's amazing about like NES music is that when you look at like, when they show off like the boards, like the motherboards inside the consoles, they're actually like, oh yeah, that's this sound. This thing here is this sound effect. You're like, what? Like some of these were actual, like physical things. Like they weren't all just program music. They were like, yeah, this is it. This made this sound. Like that is crazy to me. That these sorts of things, just the limitations they were working with and what they did to make things work. I think that's why things used to be quite good, in my opinion. I think we've talked about this before. But in my opinion, I think the limitation is really what made people work hard and what got some real memorable stuff. Because I think now that we have like pretty limitless possibilities, people might not be, they might be resting on their laurels a little bit and not achieving as much as they could. God, we got so much gold. In less than an hour, I could have had what I needed yesterday, but... out of my way. Really want to learn how to make music on an NES one of these days. Not just use a VST plugin that emulates an NES sound chip. That does sound crazy, but then you'd have to like get one and find a way to like get it on your computer. That is another thing. Like we talked about limitations just a couple seconds ago. But that's another thing like that I think I forget, and a lot of people forget, is that it's not just like the consoles and the hardware that was limited at the time, but think about the computers they had to make this stuff as well. Like think about how jank computers were in the 80s and 90s. Like really think about it. Like if you were like young and in like primary school, think about like the one computer they had in the library, and then imagine trying to make a whole game on that thing. Like insane. That's something I can never fully wrap my mind around. Like that is crazy to me, and I'll never like, my appreciation will never cease. Wild. Just everything that they were doing, but I guess at the time it was all cutting edge, so they thought it was sick. And I think, like, well, this gap between things becoming outdated is getting shorter and shorter all the time. So I think even in like a year, we might be able to look back on things we have now and go like, wow, that was terrible and outdated. But honestly, as you can tell, that sort of thing doesn't really bother me. But I do think in games now, they should focus more on performance rather than like graphics or, you know, resolution. Just make it run properly, because some people can't even do that. Not that I should talk. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a humble pleb. I'm just a consuming loser. So don't go listening to me. Yeah, make it run properly and not require a one-day patch. But that's the thing as well, like, that's another concern I've had, because I think it really started from like the PS3, but think about it, like there are discs and games out there, and think about how online services run, and the fact that like companies are cutting off support for like consoles and services earlier and earlier, sooner and sooner. And so if there's games that don't run very well and require like day one patches, and then you shut the online service off and someone still has the disc, what do they do? Like, what are they expected to do and achieve? Like, when you've shut everything off, all they've got left is like their disc with a broken game on it that they might have paid for. Now, I was made aware recently that it turns out that eventually, as they re-release discs more and more, like in its same like production cycle, eventually they do start making them with patches built in, so that like, say like a best of or a greatest hits version of a game actually does have fixes built in. But still, that's not really good enough. Yeah, hope and pray that there's a fan group hosting a server and you can get the updates somehow. It's true. And then even if you, like, they do that, half the time, the official company who makes and creates this stuff and has, like, exiled it to the garbage bin, finds this stuff and goes, oh no, you can't do that. You have to shut down too. And so everyone loses. There are no winners. It's all terrible. I'm getting so much money just so I can go and get beat up and lose it. Aren't I a cool guy? Well, I've still got like all my MP. I haven't really been touched too much. Yes, give me more of these. Give me these. Give me the Wolfman stonks. Yeah. But what I need is experience stonks. And if they keep giving me the gold men, my experience is building too slow. I wish there was something I could invest it in. Maybe I can, I can go to, the town. I can just buy a bunch of the magic keys before we finish up. I can just buy like a gorillion magic keys. I wonder how many you're allowed to carry, if you can carry more than 9, or if 9 is the, official limit. It's the maximum amount of kosher keys you can carry. One way to find out. We'll find out soon. In the next like 15 or 20 minutes. Because that's realistically all I got left, which is sad. So either I can... I wonder if I can make 1,000 experience in 20 minutes. Probably not. What a disappointing day. What a disappointing stream. What a failure. By all accounts, what a chump. Right? Come on. Someone come out. Wow. There we go. Doing our best with what we have. I'm glad I started that Animal Crossing village. I really wanted to. Like, I totally could have done that completely off stream as well. Like, I 100% could have just done that for my own enjoyment. And again, Animal Crossing is fun. It sure is. Andy, hello. Coming out of retirement just to say hey. It's good to see you. We're having the most disappointing Dragon Quest stream of all time. If you've got somewhere better to be, I advise you to go there. Because we got beat up really hard, so it turns out we just need to level grind up 3 more levels, which I will try and do before the next time we meet in this fashion. Gotta get into Animal Crossing. Hell yeah, disappointing Dragon Quest, let's go. That's pretty much been the vibe. We need to be level 17 to proceed, otherwise we just get beat up too hard. And I got beat up like 3 times. I did my own grinding in my own time and got the best equipment that we could get, that money could buy. And it was still not enough. And so now I'm just trying to distract everyone from their disappointment by talking about my GameCube Animal Crossing village. The GameCube one is my favorite. It was basically a toss-up of whether I wanted to play the GameCube version or the Switch-like version again and make a new island. And I guess the only real benefit the Switch version would have had is the possibility of going online and seeing other people's islands, but you just gotta go with what the heart wants, and that was the GameCube. We're gonna play more 64 games as well after my Aria of Sorrow, which, like, complete opposite. This is a very disappointing stream. My 2 Castlevania streams, like, recently have been absolute bangers with the absolute, like, best things going on all the time, just non-stop success. It was amazing. getting so many late game things in that randomizer first up, but when that ceases, when that finishes, I want to bring like the 64 back. I want to get on back into like, we need to play either Castlevania 64 again as Carrie, or we need to play Legacy of Darkness. Both will be just as fun to watch because, man, I will screw up everything because those games were jank. I really hated the last boss of 64. 3 forms of Dracula. And if you lose it all, you gotta go back to the start. Listen to me complain. That is exactly what everyone wants. People are sitting there on their computers and they're like, so many good, amazing people online right now. How do I possibly make a choice? And they see this fella and they're like, wow, he's not achieving anything. He's just whinging non-stop. I think that's my guy. Yeah, the final boss of Castlevania 64, Dracula, obviously, he has 3 forms. So he has the usual one where, you know, he just stands around firing shots. And this is all in like 3D as well, so it's even worse, trust me. And he does all that. And then he has his second form where he's like a spooky monster. You know, like it usually happens in a Castlevania game. And then after that, there's a third one where he basically just turns into a giant like bone dragon, which is kind of cool, but mostly like enraging because you've just been going and doing your best for as long as you can. You're running low on those like wall chickens. And then this guy has the gall to have a third form and he's just like, deal with it. But deal with it we did. We did beat that game. I think I got the good ending because apparently there is a bad ending that, I don't know, it's tied to like the sun and moon cards, but I don't know if it also gets tied to taking too long with in-game time because Lord knows I did. I took so long with that game. That was a slow run for sure. But then, I don't know, it's like, it's got a hold on me, man. I'm thinking about it. I should be enjoying my life. I should be living to the fullest, but instead I'm like, ooh, Castlevania 64, you're on my mind. Saved in my phone as do not contact under any circumstance. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll just send a little late night text to Castlevania 64. What are you doing? Hey, been thinking about you. It's gonna happen. We're gonna play Legacy of Darkness again. I just have to decide, carry run and finish 64 for good, or Legacy of Darkness straight in with the Cornell playthrough. Hey, Castlevania 64, little wink as well. What are you wearing? Come over, my 64 still works. Things you can say out on a date. Ooh, looking at the time, we might, if we're really lucky, if we're good boys, and if the damn gold man stops showing up, maybe we might be able to see level 15 and finish on like a very small high note for the stream. All disappointing. All upsetting. See, 24 experience is good. That's the sort of thing we need. We need the Wyvern here. What does the Wraith offer us? I haven't actually been looking at the numbers very much. I've just been mashing this A button. I only have 5 buttons. And we're using about 17. That's not the best. The Wolf Lord is pretty good because he keeps trying to stop my spells. But I'm not casting spells, I'm just slapping as hard as I can. With the Broadsword, if I'm not mistaken. But who knows? We need 600 more experience, if I'm not incorrect, to take us to the next level. And I think that would be a nice place to stop for today. As disappointing as that is, but we'll have to see if we make it at all. At least I'm lasting way longer each time. Important. That's what everyone likes. Oh, it's the gold man. I don't even want money because I'm just gonna get beat up and lose it all. It's not even a good feeling. Nothing like a good daytime yawn. Something I do a little too often around here. Okay, 17. Yeah, that seems to be what he gives. And the money's like a little random. But again, we're not in it for the money. We are not in it for the money. We're in it for the glory, the prestige of disappointing Dragon Quest on the NES. It was all going so well. I really should have handled this in my own time. If only I'd known. I thought getting good armor was gonna set us up. You know, goofed it. A complete blunder. But then it's like, how do you even know? How do you even figure that stuff out in advance? I don't know. All we can do is our best, but that ain't much. See, we're doing it, we're doing it. We're getting like 450 more. 450 more. If we keep finding wraiths and wyverns and wolf lords. Pardon me, I got stumbled there on my own words, but we should be fine. If we keep getting gold man after gold man, like that's good for Dosh. Ooh, I walked in the poison Shrek swamp. If we keep getting money, that should be like, I guess it's good. At least we know where to grind for money in the future. Because Lord knows we will be. We have not reached the last town. There's about 2 towns left. This game isn't big, but it's long enough. You can beat it in like a weekend if you really try. Even with no knowledge, and that's nice. Normalize games being a little shorter. Like, have the option. I do like a good RPG, but you know, there are lots of RPGs that are done in a good like 20-25 hours as well. Not everything has to be like 100-hour ultra epic. Although, something I also enjoy, I really like, there's a few games I have and I know that have like, it's usually like the last dungeon in the game. It's like randomly generated and it's like, you can just keep going if you want. I'm like, maybe I will. I like this sort of stuff. I do like just randomly generated stuff, or I don't know, just the ability to play the same stuff over and do it a different way. I think I've communicated that before, but it's just such a nice thing. We don't need the gold man right now, but here he goes, showing up again. Which is weird because gold man shows up before the actual like real golem does. So you see the special one before you see the regular one if you're playing, I don't know, properly. And that again is in the inverted commas, the finger quotes. If there is a proper way to play. There's probably someone who can just start the game and just walk right to the end while getting real lucky. I can't whistle, but I still do it anyway. Like, that sounded surprisingly good for what I usually do. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Little more, little more. They always... Never ever have I fought a fight here and said that, like, oh, you get to strike first. It's always like, oh, the enemy gets the first go because you weren't prepared. Like, come on now. You gotta give me something. An excellent move right at the end when he would have died anyway. 300 left, or 290. We can do that. We can make that. We can achieve it. And then we are out of here. Good. I like the Wyvern. I like that we're fighting him over and over. It is giving us the best experience we can get in this sort of zone. If we get to 9,500 and I'm wrong and there is no level up, I'm gonna be so upset. It's just gonna be another disappointment to throw in the disappointment pile. Great, excellent move right off the bat. That's what we need. See, that's what we need every time, so we can just get out of here. Man, I remember looking up guides for this game like every now and again when I played it in the past. And I really like how this game, like, it's not that long. And so a lot of guides for it can just fit on one page, like one Word document page. I think that's really impressive. It's not any longer than it needs to be. No, not the gold, man. I want to get 200 experience in like 5 minutes. Let's do our best. Here we go. That's our guy. Not too long until we get what we want. At least I sure do hope so. Ooh, I haven't missed in a while. There we go, there we go. Bit by bit, little by little. See, I think, yeah, Sunday might be the next day I can come back, which might be Saturday night or afternoon for our American loved ones. And yeah, maybe I'll do a little Animal Crossing welfare check. Just people like Animal Crossing, I've found. People really like it. They like checking in on the village with me. They like watching along, hearing about what's going on in town as well. They like to talk to me about their villages they've had in the past. I get everyone who joins in is like, oh man, I gotta start my village up again. Which is fun, inspiring people to start things back up again. Maybe it's not the most positive thing, but it's still fun. You're number 2. Alright, alright, alright. Not long, I swear. $15,000 gold, and I'm gonna lose it all when I get beat up by the Axe Knight. That's so disappointing. That's like future disappointment I'm placing on myself. Can't believe it. Alright, couple more fights. Or like 5 more Goldmen. 2 to 6 more fights. Everyone likes a nice range. Alright. Alright, 10. Only the Goldmen could disappoint me. Are we in for one more disappointment today? Show me. And no, it's a good one. Man, if I'm wrong and this isn't the right enemy to fight, I'm gonna be just devastated. Or like this isn't the right number to get a level up. Alright, show me. Oh, man. That's awful. That's terrible. Well, you know, disappointment really has been the theme of today. So why don't we go back? Because I'm pretty much out of time. I was pushing it. And now we really have to start finishing. And I'm just so upset with myself. Today, I'm just really, like, I was feeling it. I was so happy to come along and, like, stream and have fun one more time before the weekend kicked off for me. But, man, I don't regret it. But, like, I really, really should have. Again, I can't, like, take full responsibility because how was I supposed to know that we were going to get beat up with, like, such a harsh level cutoff? But, man. Man. I could have done better. I could have done better. And I feel bad about it. I'm gonna go back and spend like as much of this 15 grand as I can on magic keys because that will help us later and no amount of getting beat up will take our keys away, which is a good thing. But I think which is also good that we have the return spell because we don't have to walk home. Oh my goodness! Now of all times to get an enemy every step. Yeah, let me in. Alright, we're gonna go to the magic key salesman. Oh, actually, I think I need to walk outside of town. We need to walk across the border. Yeah, his shop's over here. We're doing our darndest. Alright. Yes. So he sells them for 53. The one back home sells them for 85. He can't sell any more. How many do I have? 6! That is a very strange number to stop. Maybe... Oh, I don't care, man. Let's do a spell to go home. That took a lot of MP. Anyway, let's rest up at my $6 McMansion. And then think about what we're going to do to wrap up. Head on back to... Again, like, I can't decide whether I really like it or I really dislike it in this game. How going back home to the king's castle and talking to him is the only way to save. Forgot about the stairs button as well. The king will tell us. Really, please. Yeah, it's 10,000. I was wrong. And unfortunately, I don't have the time for it, so... You know what? I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot to, like, turn the game off. I'm sorry about today. It was quite boring. Hopefully we can do better next time. I don't know. I should do a little more research on what I'm doing. But, let's just try and look. Please don't leave just yet. Let's try and see if we can, throw you guys somewhere else, somewhere better, somewhere you might find more enjoyable. Let's see who's around. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Let's head on over. Yep, let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to type that in. So yeah, I'll be back Sunday for me. I hope Saturday, whatever for you guys. I apologize for today. And I will try and do better in the future. But as always, love you. Miss you already. I'll see you then. And I hope I'll do a better job, I promise. I'm sorry. See ya. Let's do it. I'm out of here.